since Airbnb announced a permanent ban on all parties at their properties. Surveillance cameras are a different story. They are not banned. They're allowed, at least in public spaces in Airbnbs. Hidden cameras in private spaces are banned technically, but not all short-term rentals are playing by the rules, or by any rules. And somebody besides you enjoying the view in your room and your bathroom. Joining me now is Lisa Guerrero, the chief investigative correspondent for Inside Edition. She's been digging into this. Lisa, I watched your story. You went after that one Airbnb owner. He was revving the engine at you and you didn't back down. I loved that. Well, yeah, what's going on here? I mean, you talk about a cabin of horrors. How common is this? It's freaky.
Well, you know what? We've been digging into this subject for a little while. You know, hidden cameras are not a new technology, but what's scary is that lately these spy cams have gotten smaller, more sophisticated, cheaper, and easier to find. I mean, you can order one on Amazon and get one tomorrow. So what we found recently are some of these Airbnb properties, but not just Airbnb properties, other rental properties as well. Some of their hosts have hidden cameras in bedrooms and bathrooms. As you mentioned, it is not illegal to have a camera as a host at an Airbnb, but that camera has to be in an open space. You have to know about the camera being there, for example, a doorbell, a Ring camera, for example, or a camera in a kitchen or the living room, but you cannot have any hidden cameras in an Airbnb or a rental property. And you certainly can't have any cameras at all in a bedroom, a bathroom, or a room where people sleep. However, we found recent instances of these hosts not only hiding these hidden cameras in bedrooms and bathrooms, but also getting caught themselves on camera while setting them up. One such case took place outside of San Antonio, Texas. There was an Airbnb host who allegedly had a hidden camera in the bedroom of the cabin he was renting out. And the way he was caught was really interesting. A couple was renting this cabin, and as the host, AJ Ali is his name, it's the host came out to show them around the property, he kind of offhandedly mentioned, make sure you get comfortable. If you want to watch the sunset naked, if you want to watch the sunset naked, feel free to do so. So the boyfriend thought this was odd. He went into the room, looked around the room, and sure enough, he found something strange. There was an electrical outlet very high up, right across from the bed, with an AC adapter. And he took out that AC adapter, looked at it. He looked at it very carefully with a flashlight, and he saw that there was a lens in the AC adapter. He called the cops. They confiscated Mr. Ali's laptop, and they found over 2,000 images of naked people taken on his property. Crazy, right?
What a nightmare. So, and that was the cabin of horrors, right? That was the one that was called the cabin of horrors.
That was the cabin of horrors, yes. And he now faces invasive visual recording. That is a felony in Texas, and up to a dozen, at least, of his victims are also planning on suing him as well.
Let me tell you, Lisa, I stayed at an Airbnb last month in Atlanta, and there was a camera in the kitchen, which is technically allowed, but it just freaked me out. I mean, I'm paying a couple $100 a night to stay here. I don't even want the camera in the kitchen. It's freaky. Do we have any rights when we book an Airbnb? Can we tell the owner, no, we don't want the camera?
You can, but first and foremost, you have to read the fine print, okay? Because they have to state whether or not there will be a camera in the kitchen or in the living room, for example. But, you know, I spoke to one woman who rented an Airbnb in South Beach. She went on a girls' weekend. There were 8 girls in there. They were changing in different rooms. They were walking around the kitchen and the living room, you know, half dressed. And they ended up finding out that there was a hidden camera in a digital clock in the living room. So you really have to be, you have to be aware of your surroundings. If something doesn't look right, take a close look at it. And certainly if you find a hidden camera, call the police.
Well, that's my thing, like your friend. I mean, even in the kitchen, like if I want to go in the kitchen at 1 a.m. and get a drink in my boxer briefs, it's like freaky. You don't want a camera there. But to give the other side, I've got a buddy who has an Airbnb and he has a camera outside and he rented out. There was a big party and he watched all these people bringing bongs and drugs into his house. So I can also see why the cameras are sometimes necessary. I mean, the owners, if they're used the right way, they can use them to protect themselves.
Absolutely, of course. And that's why, it is really important for the host to reveal where the cameras are and what your expectations are as a renter. Because sometimes it says, we're only renting for a couple or for up to 3 people, no pets allowed, no parties, etc. So there has to be a mutual trust, but certainly hidden cameras are breaking that mutual trust.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's freaky. Lisa, great story. Again, when the guy revved the engine at you, that Airbnb owner, I worried about you, but you stuck around and you got the story on. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Thanks for having me. And I just want to mention that he did plead not guilty and he denies any wrongdoing. So there you go. We'll see what happens in court.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. Okay, thanks, Lisa.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.